What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris and thank you for joining us again today. So we're not going to waste a lot of time here, but today we are here ready to pick up thousands, and I mean thousands. Listen, just take a look at all this stuff. We are literally taking thousands of fish and shrimp today to stock our backyard pool pond. So let's get out and get these fish and shrimp and get these back home to put into this pool pond. Well, my order has been packed. We are going in here to grab this box and we are getting out of here. So we will see you back at the house. All right, guys, well, we are back at the house and it's actually been an entire day since we picked these fish up, and we had a little problem. Had to wait for some things to come in because when I walked out to this pond to start filming, this is what I found, which is not a issue. I mean, this is a very healthy pond, but you can see that this algae is floating along the tops of this water, and that is very simply because in our filtration system over there, there is a UV clarifier that kills the algae in the water, and this is what happens. But it's getting left and deposited on the bottom of this pond, so we're actually going to try to use something to get this out. We're going to make use of the actual filtration system that came with this pool, and we're going to try to vacuum this stuff out. So I have ordered your standard cheap little pool vacuum that we're going to hook up to this pump and see if we can actually vacuum all of this stuff out of here. So let's see if this works, because if this works, this is a great cheap way to get all the sludge out of the bottom of your pool pond. Well, it's now been 3 days, guys, and unfortunately the pump that came with this particular pool was not quite strong enough, so we had to go buy a new pump and affix it to this vacuum head and things of that nature. But the pond is looking a lot better. As you can see right here, you can completely see through the water. It's clear. There's still a lot of dead algae on the ground here. That's all this green fluffy looking stuff, and then there's still some floating up here. We're going to take care of that. The pump has been moved down over there with some new filtration media in it. We put some new filtration media in the filter. I think really what it is the filtration system for this pond just is not large enough to remove all of this. And as you can see, this is all the green gunk that is coming out of this pump, and you can see it's not even really pumping very much right now, and that is because that pump over there is completely full. We're gonna have to change it again in a minute, but you can see all this stuff down in here. We did have to modify our vacuum system a little bit, and what I ended up doing is I went ahead and bought a 1,000 gallon per hour pump system and attached it to the top here. And essentially what you do is we just hook this hose right up to this thing like this right here, and then turn this thing on. It vacuums up, goes down the hose, and then drains way down there. Now I will totally show you how to build one of those. If that's something you're interested in, make sure you comment and let me know. But for the meantime, this water is clear enough now where we can go ahead and stock this thing with the thousands of fish that we bought, that we've been keeping alive for days and days now. They are now in a 5-gallon bucket over here ready to go in. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get all of these fish into this pond. Now, some of these are goldfish, some of them are gambusia, some of them are feeder ghost shrimp. I could literally sit and watch these fish all day long. Take a look at these guys. And now we have all of these small little goldfish. I mean, there's tons of them in here just swimming around, schooling up. Those actually are rosy reds. We have some comet goldfish right there in the middle. Those are some gambusia. The gambusia are live bears. They're actually having young in here. There are fry in here right now that are gambusia. But looking over there, we have our parrot cichlids and all of our silver dollars and our tinfoil barbs. We have our 3 ID sharks, our big, huge Oscars. There's also a sun catfish in here. It's probably hidden right now, as well as a small little knife fish, but everything in here is doing really well other than just all this algae on the bottom. Oh, there's the sun catfish right there. There he is right there. You might have just saw him on the screen there. Everything is looking great in here. The only thing that we have the problem with is, like I said, is this algae on the bottom, but that's just simply because our filtration system is not large enough for this pool pond to remove the amount of dead algae that this UV clarifier is taking care of. But you can see, even with all of this junk on the bottom, this water is still crystal clear. We can still see all of the fish perfectly fine. Now, granted, before I started cleaning this out a few days ago, we weren't able to see it, so we've gotten a lot better. So that is good. But if you want to see how we build this crazy DIY pond vacuum, make sure you comment below and let me know if it's something you'd be interested in. I'll make a video on it. If not, no big deal. Everything in here is looking fantastic. I do want to say, number one, it's hot in Texas right now. Again, it is stupid hot. We are back up almost to 100 right now, so it's okay for the moment, but we're going to be getting into winter really quick, and everything that is in this pool pond cannot stay in this backyard. So I've been really consistent with putting out videos every 3 days, 2 to 3 days over the last few weeks, and I've been super good at doing that. But this last week I have fallen off, and this will be the first video you've seen in about a week, and that's because I've been really working on my garage. I have something huge coming for the garage, not only moving these fish in there, but something else that is epic, something I've wanted to do for a really long time. So make sure that you're subscribed, you've got that notification bell on so you don't miss all of the content that I have planned for you guys. Thank you so very much for coming to visit and watching our videos. Make sure you go and check us out on Instagram and Facebook. Links to both are down below, as well as visit freshwaterscrub.com. If you haven't watched the last video, you can get a code for 10% off back in that video. If you want to go shopping, make sure you go get that code and go check it out. But with all that, guys, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for spending your time over here at my channel watching this content. You have no idea how grateful I am. So with that, guys, thank you, and hey, we will see you next time.